Hello, good evening. I'm Clint Crawford. I work with Metals USA. I'm the safety practitioner. Today I'd like to talk to you guys about the journey to lean thinking, and it starts with 5S. So this presentation is going to be about 5S. So, having what you need, when you need it, and where you want it. We're going to talk about what that means. What is 5S? 5S's background. We're going to talk about each individual 5S's, what their benefits are, and then summarize the whole 5S theory. So, having what you need, when you need it, where you want it. So it's kind of like when you need a screwdriver to change out the battery in your kid's toy, and you go to the kitchen drawer, which is usually the junk drawer, and you open it up because that's the last place you had the screwdriver, and now you don't find the screwdriver. So then now not only are you upset, your kid's upset because he wants his toy working now, and it goes on and on and on. Well, this is where 5S can help you out. So 5S is a method for organizing a workplace, especially a shared workplace, and keeping it organized with standardized work practices. It's comprised of 5 Japanese words, each beginning with the letter S. 5S offers principles and methodology to improve efficiencies by eliminating waste, improving flow, and reducing process unevenness. So the English translation for 5S is sort, set in order, shine, standardize, which can be the most challenging part of 5S, and sustain. So, 5S was created as a means and a method of maintaining proper housekeeping in the Toyota manufacturing plants. 5S was also Toyota's answer to Deming's challenge of management creating and maintaining simple systems that could be used by anyone. 5S is a process usually associated with making and manufacturing workplace neat, clean, and organized, but 5S can work anywhere. Properly done, 5S is used as a means to teach teams how to identify and eliminate waste in everyday life. 5S can also be used in any size, any kind of organization, including offices, vehicles, and other places where work is performed. Believe it or not, you can even 5S your kitchen, your drawer, your dishwasher, your refrigerator. It just has no limits. So 5S continues to be a cornerstone for beginners in the journey to lean thinking. So here are the 5S's. You have sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. Let's talk about sort. So when you go to an area that you're going to 5S, sort is the first thing that you do. You sort out and separate what you need or what you don't need. The things that you don't throw away, you red tag, and management can come back later at a later date and decide if you're going to throw this material away or you're going to try to sell it, or maybe even decide to throw it away. One thing that is important to note is that you always want to take a before picture of your area before you 5S it, and then when you go through all the 5S's, take an after picture. That gives you a clear definition of what it looked like before and what it looked like after. So the second 5S is set in order. So what you want to do, you want to arrange the items that are needed so that they are ready and easy to use, clearly identified, locations for all the items so that anyone can find them and return them once the task is complete. So here we have a tool board with various types of hammers, some tapes, some staples, some staplers, and so everything is identified so you know where it's at. Then here, this other picture is a work desk that also has a tool board, but also notice that the work desk is nice and neat. So the third 5S is shine. This means to clean the workplace and equipment on a regular basis in order to maintain standards and identify defects. Defects could be leaky oil, loose bolts, broken welds, anything that's easily identified without having to go through a bunch of grease and a bunch of oil that might be cluttered up on the machine. So in this picture, It represents the tools are hanging where they're supposed to, the floor is clean, the line is clean, so this work area is ready to start a productive day. So standardize, the fourth S, is what you do to confirm the condition of the gemba or the workplace using standard procedures. And the procedures here in this particular example is you have pictures of the gemba or the workplace, and this is how it's supposed to look before the shift begins. You have your owners of the area, so these are the employees that work in the area, and every day they have to check off each one of the workplaces to make sure that the person before them left it the way they asked, which leads us to the sustain part. So sustain means keeping the rules to maintain the standard and continue to improve every day. Now this takes everybody in the organization to help keep things sustained. But in this example, you have the standards here, the way the area is supposed to look, and then the owners are checking off, doing their daily audits to ensure that the area is being sustained. So what are some benefits? So improved workplace morale, safety, and efficiency, and other benefits are reduced inventory, floor space, having what you need when you need it, where you want it. So if our drawer would have been 5S, the screwdriver would have been there, we'd have been able to grab it quickly and complete the task of changing the batteries quickly. Visual controls provide immediate notice that something is not up to standard. So when you walk out there, all of a sudden there's a lot of trash in the floors. That's a visual control that, hey, something's not right, and then you take care of it. Work is performed faster, better, and easier, and sustain maintains a neat, clean, and organized workplace. So when you have visitors or customers come in, everything is nice, neat, and clean. It reinforces that continuous improvement is driven by improvement of the standards, and teamwork is enhanced by consensus decision making. So it's a team-based thought process. It's team-based. Anytime things change, the team is around it, and it's beneficial for the employees because they have 100% ownership and buy-in into the culture of 5S. So it's to note, it's very important that leaders of your organization kick off or participate in the first 5S workshop to demonstrate their personal commitment to 5S. So 5S is important as an ongoing process to demonstrate that continuous improvement requires constant attention in the course of daily work. Continued 5S helps the entire organization learn benefits of waste elimination, standardized work, and sharing the work of sustaining improvements. Forms a solid foundation upon which to build continuous improvement, and employees gain a sense of ownership, involvement, and responsibility. Now this ownership, involvement, and responsibility doesn't happen overnight. It takes a while to get rid of bad habits, but it's all about continuous improvement, and 5S is the foundation for continuous improvement. So, go over to 5S's one more time. You have sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. So you want to make it a part of daily work and it becomes a habit. Alright, now the floor is open for any questions that you may have. If not, please have a blessed day. Thank you.